Welcome to Invictus Motors. I've got Dan's car here with us. He's a customer of ours, and I think he purchased this car about 7 months ago. Dan's in the background because we're going to show him what we've done with the vehicle. Unfortunately, what's happened is one of his changeover valves. There's 6 of these, Mark. Am I right? So 6 of these changeover valves. Some of these changeover valves, as a matter of fact, they've superseded in terms of a part number. But you know, it's always a bit of a search and a discovery process. We couldn't actually find this exact valve here in the UK, so we had to just look outside into Europe. Couldn't find that part, which is precisely this. Eventually, we found a Porsche Center in the French side of Canada, and we ordered it. So it came in, and when it got delivered, if you actually come inside, I can show you exactly where the new valve has been fitted. It's actually fitted right there. And what happened is that new valve, as a matter of fact, is a superseded part, and it wasn't like the old one. And as you can see, this was the extension cable of the old part, and the new part didn't actually need it. So, you know, if you are patient with it and you look into it and take your time, there's a solution to every problem. And along the way, we learn a lot, but it's nice to have customers that are actually patient and willing to work with us. And at the same time, even though this is after the 3 or the 6 months warranty, it's still nice to be able to get like a return customer ring you to want to fix their problem. Porsche had actually quoted him £170 initially just to diagnose the issue, and the customer was saying that all in we are charging him about the same to actually address the issue. But it's going to cost a little more purely because of the fact we had to do the same job twice, and the part had to come from Canada. The black one is the new valve that's come from Canada. The only difference between the letter is that the black one, the new one, has got a letter C at the end, and that's got a letter F at the end. These are the same part numbers basically. However, the part is different. You can see this is the one that's come out of the car. It's the flap that allows in coolant. Hopefully we got there. We're going to plug it all in and let him drive the car and run the car, and everything should be good. Even if that part that came from Canada wasn't the exact part, we still had another solution, which was to take the change of a valve from the air system and use that for the coolant system, because the coolant system is quite pivotal. You do need that valve to open up, especially when the car gets a bit hot. But ultimately, it's just a bit of a trial and a discovery and finding a solution to get the customer on the road as quick as possible. Hello, welcome. Again, in this section of the video, I want to introduce Dan. And Dan basically has got the old extension and the old changeover valve. This is to control the coolant, especially when it reaches 90 degrees, or to cool down the engine, so it opens up the valve. So that's what it does. The 991, the Porsche 991.1 generation are known for their changeover valve issues, and it's not such a big job in itself. But I'm actually just going to let Dan speak about just his experience when you first had the issue with the 911, and just tell us the whole process of what you've been through with it so far.
Yeah, obviously on the car for 7 months now. I've been absolutely amazing, loved every second of it. But yeah, I just had an engine coolant amber light come on when I was driving it one day, mentioned a coolant issue. Obviously that panicked me a bit when it came up at the time, not knowing what that would be. So I came home and I googled it, and it mentioned the changeover valve, but I didn't know what that meant. So I reached out to Basheer, just sent him a quick WhatsApp message saying, look mate, I've had this light come up, do you know what it is? So Basheer just asked me to send a picture, so I sent that, and then you kindly sent me like 5-10 minute voice note explaining exactly what it was, saying it's nothing to panic about, but obviously just get it fixed as soon as possible really. So Basheer obviously offered to come bring it back here and let me get it fixed. Took that up with Basheer, and here we are, all sorted.
Yeah. And it's just a bit of an annoying experience with the Porsche main dealer, where they were like charging you £170 just to diagnose it. But knowing them, they would then ask for an additional 2 hours worth of labour to diagnose it further.
Yep.
Whereas some of these things, just because of our experience, like whether it's the Ferrari California or a 997.1 there, or this 991.2 C4S, like there are common little issues with these cars. And after a while, we've been doing this for now 6 years on this site. Now, with a workshop where we're able to do some degree of work. So, you pick up a good knowledge base and experience in terms of you know, what are like the common symptoms and
Yeah.
common issues with these 911s. But I'm glad it's all sorted for you.
Yeah, I'm buzzing.
You know, thanks for reaching out. I'm
No.
glad, you know, we can put you back on the road. It took a little while, like I explained in the video, to actually find this change of a valve in stock here in the UK or in Europe. So we had to actually get it from the Canadian market.
Yeah, it's crazy. Isn't it?
But you know, we got the valve, we sorted it. You've got a smile on your face, and
happiest.
it's worked out.
Yep.
So thank you.
Thanks a lot, mate. Cheers.